Welcome back to the fourth video of this UiPath RPA project. In this UiPath RPA project of 12 videos, we are going to ensure that you understand everything that is required for a UiPath RPA developer. And if you want to become a UiPath RPA developer from scratch, this playlist is the right playlist for you. You can find the playlist link in description. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos on UiPath automation, Python automation, and other automations. This video of this project, we are going to focus on 3 to 4 different actions. So we will get all the car details. So if you are not following this project is on one car portal. We will get all car details and we assign those details to variables. From those variables, we will push those details into UiPath Orchestrator queue. Right, we will also create a queue that how to create different columns in the queue or different data fields in the UiPath Orchestrator queue. This is also covered in this video. So how can we push the data in UiPath Orchestrator using UiPath add queue item activity? All right, let's start the video and watch complete video. So our next step is that whatever data we have extracted so far, we have to add that data in queue, Orchestrator queue. So for that, the first thing is that we should have a workflow that will add this data in queue. So I will just go in this project file itself. I will add one workflow. Okay. So to add data in queue, what we have to do is that we have to take this data from here, and to get the data, we need few arguments which will accept data from that. So how many values we have in total? So I'll just open the browser. I will go to one brand again. So we have number one, our title. So I will keep in car. So understand, we are creating these arguments under add data queue, and this is the input argument. So in, we will take the data, out we will send the data out using a variable. Right now I need the data inside, so I will be using in. After title we have mileage, and then we have engine power, and then price, and then rating. In car, engine power, car price, and then another argument in car ratings, right? And then you remember that we have just taken the URL also. We need this URL. ING URL, right? Fine. Then we need one activity to add data in. After having all the arguments, what we did is we need a activity to add data in queue. So add queue item is the activity name. Okay, so when you log in or you start working using Studio, you have to log in yourself. And when you will log in, UiPath will create a orchestrator space or a workspace for you. I will show you my orchestrator now. cloud.uipath.com. It is the community version. So inside here, I have to go to default tenant. You can use these 9 dots also to go to different places. In default tenant, I have my workspace. Inside my workspace, I should have any queue. Right now, there is no queue available. What I will do is I will add a queue. I will give the name to this queue. How to create a queue in UiPath. So let's see now how to create a new queue in UiPath Orchestrator. To create a new queue, we have come here, add queue, okay, and here we can give a name simply test queue. This queue is used for testing environment or something that you want to give as description that why you have created this particular queue. If you have any JSON schema where data is already available, you can browse and then you can upload the data. We will see few more fields. Enable SLA for this queue. So if you want to see like how much time it is taking and you want to generate report, you can enable this. So there are two type of retries. One you can try from the queue and another one you can try from orchestrator. So here if you want to increase retry, just keep it 2. Failed item is there, your item will be tried 2 times. So this is test queue. Now if I will go to my studio, it is already connected with that orchestrator, right? Using this. And if you see the orchestrator here also, same ID, correct? So what I will do is I will just either you can directly give the orchestrator path, you can copy up to here, and this is how you can connect the queue or you can access your orchestrator. As just try clicking it. If your system is connected, it will automatically show all of the folders. So I want to work on this one, and it should show all the queues. So the queue that we have created has come here. Item information. So I think there is this item information we have to add. So the moment you click on this, you have to add all of these variables. So key is something that will be created inside the queue. So let's say our first argument is in car title. It will be coming, the value will come from the flow when we will extract this workflow somewhere, and this value will be stored in the queue in a column. What should be that column name? Just use title, title, that's all. Now add entry. Second information that we need is the second information that we need in our queue is what? In mileage. So you just create a column called mileage. If this column is already there, it will be automatically assigned to that particular column. Same way, image URL. Just differentiation I have kept purposely. I will save it. So all of these values will come and will be assigned to those columns. Now point is that how these values will come. So we are extracting all of these values into this workflow. So once we have extracted, after extraction, we are writing the printing the log message here. So instead of this log message, what we will do is we will just flow to this, we will call this workflow. So how do you call the workflow in UiPath? So we have UiPath invoke workflow file activity. which one is that? Add data to queue. Now it has 6 arguments. How you will map arguments? Imported, click here. So you have that data coming generating in these variables, right? You fairly remember the extract details workflow, right? So car title, here the value will come car title. So this argument is from, this variable is from extract details workflow, and these are the arguments of add data in the queue workflow. We are mapping values: mileage, car, age, engine power, car price, car image, car ratings. So to get these values, you have to use space bar. The moment you hit space, all the variables which are in scope will come. So it is image URL, IMA, car image, mileage, car IMG URL. So these values will be assigned to that, right? So now hope you understood that this workflow is calling for each is calling extract is calling this. This is how this entire system working. So right now there is no data in the queue. Add queue item, and in this you just have to change this. Okay, let's save it, and we might have to run our dispatcher once again from beginning. So let's go to project main. We will just run this. Chat is opened. So this is the last Toyota brand, and let's see after this if data is added or not. Dispatcher. It has come to the next brand, Mahindra. Okay, so the dispatcher run is completed. I will just go and refresh. Yeah, so new items are added. This time let's view details. So we will close the dispatcher add queue item, and so that we are not getting confused, and